Hey, episode 5. We're going to talk about the Raider game a little bit, and then we're going to do our regular segments. Two breakout players, who shit the bed, and a surprise. And we're also going to do our picks at the end and give you the updated standings heading into week 5. So, Las Vegas Raiders went into LA to play the Chargers, and we ended up losing that game 28-14 on the Monday night platform. Down 21-0 at the half, brother. Um, Offense looked stagnant. I mean, I don't even know if that's the right word to put it because we got shut down. We looked flat. There was a thunderstorm delay. I don't know if that really had a big, factor into, why we came out and played like shit. But the first half was just very hard to watch. Like I said, we looked flat. Didn't have nothing going on offense. Give a lot of credit to that defense. They got after Carr a lot. But I mean, second half we looked all right. It looked like we were about to come back. We scored 14 unanswered points right after the drive, or right after the second half. Derek Carr went on, I think, a 6-minute drive, and Hunter Renfrow, man, this guy needs to start getting more recognition. Uh, he run that route that he ran, bro. It was just stupid. So yeah, it was in, out, back in. Like it was nice. We ended up getting another touchdown, and then the defense, honestly, bro, I think the defense, held their own. They kept us in the game as much as they could, especially being on the field as much as they were, especially in the first half. But that missed field goal, I think, is what shifted the momentum, and then they scored a couple more touchdowns, and the last one obviously being the dagger. But that was pretty much like the quick summary. Um,
Yeah. Going a little more depth, but again, first quarter, I guess we had 0 yards,
yes.
like offensively.
Hmm.
I don't know what the plan, or I don't know how the game plan. After like first few weeks, you see we can throw the ball, and this dude keeps coming out just flat. I don't know. First play of the game should be taking shots to freaking Ruggs. Didn't see Waller get involved till second half really. I mean that I think that we started getting momentum, and then fucking was it on sportsmanlike conduct? What do they call it, taunting?
Yeah, that was a bullshit call. Yeah, Waller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
just
we finally started got a little something going, and then
yeah.
they called that
I think that was our
whatever.
first down too.
Yeah, it was, and it's just like kind of killed the mood. Um, I mean, Chargers had 10 more minutes of possession, and it's not defense fault because offense didn't do shit. But I don't know. I just think defensive what they could up 28. That's not horrible when your freaking offense isn't moving the ball in the first quarter or first half at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think he needs to start throwing the ball. Obviously, Carr can throw. Ruggs is beating. I mean, everyone's praising Asante Samuel, and this dude's getting toasted by Ruggs and
Yeah.
Renfro. Like, we have weapons.
Yeah.
I just don't know why we're playing so. It's just always the first half we just play so safe, and then we're like, oh, all
Yeah.
right, go ahead, Carr. Then
Bring us back. Yeah, man.
yeah,
I definitely agree. You know, we have Derek Carr coming into this week. They're talking about him having MVP caliber season, leading the league in passing yards, and he straight up, he said he don't care if he leads the league or he has the least amount of yards or something like that. But like going back to what you said, I don't know what the game plan was. Our first drive, we come out and run the ball twice, and I talked about this last week where okay, now we're third and 10, third and 9, third and 11, whatever it was, after, having negative plays the first two plays of the drive, and you're going to put Derek Carr in a bad position. And what happened, it was like an incomplete pass, or no, it was a drop, and Renfro was like 5 yards before the first down, so even if he caught it, it would have been a 3-and-out. And like you were saying, where was Waller? Waller didn't get a catch the first half, and then our boy, Brian Edwards, he didn't have a catch until the fourth quarter. I don't know what we were doing. I know that the Chargers defense was getting after Carr and making him feel uncomfortable. I think they had 3 sacks in the first half, but like you gotta game plan and you gotta call better plays if you're John Gruden right there. Like you said, you gotta get our weapons involved because we do have weapons. And Carr for the first 3 weeks, I believe he had at least 7 8, maybe 9, but I'm gonna go stick with 7 to 8 different receivers that he was completing the ball to. So the ball distribution isn't a problem. He's gonna find whoever's open. I think he had one play where he ended up throwing it out in the flat to, I think it was Jacobs, where he had someone open like in the corner or something like that, which would have like converted it. But I mean, hey, that's on him. He made a bad read, but the time of possession, especially in the first half, like our defense was out there. Like honestly, bro, I was very surprised that it was 21-0 at halftime, but I felt like that game could have been easy 28 or maybe even 35 or like in the 30s. But going back on something you said, we only gave up 7 in the second half, and the last one was in the fourth quarter with like I think like 5 minutes and some change. So our defense hung around, got stops when they needed. They were tired, whatever. Like they gave us a chance to stay in the ball game. We were in the ball game, and then like I said, um, I think Derek Carr took a sack in that fourth quarter, which led to the missed field goal, which would have been like maybe like a 45, 48-yard field goal or something like that, and pushed it back to 52. And right when he missed it, he shanked it. I think he shanked it left, and the Chargers got the ball at good field position. They took advantage and scored a touchdown. And uh, I mean, that was pretty much all she wrote because you're looking at a 21-17 game. 21-17 game. Defense is playing, not dominant, but they were holding their own. And nope. Instead, it was 21-14, and we gave them the ball with excellent field position. Um,
Yeah. I don't know. I also saw something that there's no holding calls on either side.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw some questionable stuff, but whatever.
definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just the Charger or Staley and Chargers, they don't like hold back. So that is a good sign. Our defense, uh, holding them to 7 or yeah,
In the second half, they only scored 7, and they scored in the fourth
yeah,
for the dagger.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's just offense. Just this game, I just think our play calling could be immensely greater.
I mean, that's what I've been trying to tell you I mean, I don't know if it was week 1, but for sure week 2 is just like too conservative. Um, and we come out flat. Like I think they showed um, some kind of stat about our team from the first half compared to the second half, and it was like we're a second half team, and it's just like, dude, like we're too good to come out flat. Like I don't think it's an intensity thing. It's not like and and,
Yeah,
and we didn't. Let's talk about a few things because I mean, obviously, I don't think it's a lack of effort, um, but our O line, man. Our O
oh yeah,
line, our O
it's
line,
so
yeah, we need to talk about our O line, man. I know you have a lot of feelings towards it, but I'm just gonna try to like wrap it up quick. This Raiders O line from last year or even like 2 to 3 years ago used to be our pride. It used to be our strength on offense. Our guys were huge. We were bullying people, and you know that was our strength. And now it's a complete shift. Now our Achilles heel on offense is the line, and Derek Carr is having a hell of a year, but if he's not going to get protected, he's not going to have as much success.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that first round pick was because we could have easily. I mean, I don't know. Leatherwood freaking. I, every play it seems like he's just flinching, and it's not getting called every time. But he has I think
Mm,
like 3 or 4 false starts already,
at
and he just
least.
looks puzzled. You know how they zoom in on you, and
He's
he
like,
just looks confused.
yeah,
Like, bro,
yeah.
stop fucking moving. I know Richie fucking isn't playing, but I mean, he's just I don't know. There's just one piece that's not there, and we just look like shit.
Yeah, our
Uh,
guards particularly are bad.
yeah, and what they were the last ranked run defense, and we Jacobs had 40 yards on them.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. Leatherwood, I don't know. We could have got him in like fucking second round, third round. That's where he was projected. Could have moved back if we really wanted him. Got some more picks. I don't know. Just always questionable picks by us, but
Right.
yeah, he just I don't know.
It's all good, man. Just hopefully it gets better. Like I said, that used to be our strength, but now it's kind of our weakness. Whether it's a penalty for a false start or a hold in, or just not doing their job. Um, Forgot who it was on the Chargers, but there was this play where the dude just like, and it might have been a Leatherwood. I don't know for sure it was a guard, but like, he just went right through and got after Derek Carr, and you can't have a pass rusher unblocked just get through like that. So them boys on the O line need to clean it up, and I'm not worried about Derek Carr. Got next week we got Chicago. It's gonna be the same. We play at Chicago. We play at home again, huh? I think I just checked. We played at home, but regardless. I mean, that's not a it's not gonna be an easy game. Khalil Mack's coming back. Um, they got other guys on the line, and they got Raquan Smith, hell of a linebacker. So it's gonna be another tough game. But like I said, I'm not worried about Carr. I'm just worried about our O line, and we can't come out flat. Can't
Yeah,
you can't come out flat. And I'm pretty sure it's a thing where it's like the first drive, they always have like a set play, like set plays that you're gonna run like on your first drive.
yeah,
So Gruden, please step up, bro. Like we can't be going three and out on our first possession, like or multiple possessions, because then like we said, our defense is gonna get tired, blah blah blah. But is there anything else you want to talk about on the Raiders?
um,
You want to get into our segments?
I think that was it. Oh, DBs did great. We're kind of lacking,
Yes,
but
yes.
with Jared Cook was one who went off, but I mean our corners held their own.
And
So
yeah, I'm very happy that you brought that up because I forgot. But I mean, I was talking to a couple of people about the game on Tuesday because a lot of people like to talk shit. Um, but like you said, our corner stepped it up. Casey Hayward has been balling all year. Great acquisition. Acquisition. Trayvon Mullen and Arnett out for the game, and we had this dude Williams or whatever, and he's like 5'8" or 5'9". They kept saying on the broadcast that where's Mike Williams? Like they need to take advantage of this 101. Blah blah blah. This dude's 6'4" and the corners the fourth string. Dude, we had our fourth string cornerback out there for essentially 3/4 of the game or half of the game or whatever. But yeah, good job by our DBs. Me and Herbert came out 20 for 25, 3 touchdowns, but that was the first half. I mean, yeah, they won the game, and they kind of whooped our ass, but I mean, I felt like it could have been a lot worse given those circumstances. So it was a tough one. Raiders are no longer undefeated. However, we are still at the top of the AFC West. Not like actually, but we all have 3-1. We're still at the top. So um,
yeah,
that recaps the Raiders. Week 4 performance. Like I said, we lost 28-14 on Monday night against the Los Angeles Chargers. Next game is going to be against the Chicago Bears in Las Vegas once again. Um, so that's going to bring us into our breakout performers. Dion, the champ. He went last week first. This week I'm going to go first. And my first award is going to go to Cordell Patterson, wide receiver slash running back from the Atlanta Falcons. They did lose this game 34-30. However, the man had 3 touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns on 5 receptions, 82 total yards in the air. And on the ground, he had 6 carries for 34 yards. I mean, I watched a lot of plays from this game, and one of his touchdowns I would like to highlight was he was coming out of the backfield and got that reception. And the dude is just he's so dynamic. I mean, before we're used to seeing him like special teams only, but
yeah,
I think he's found a good offense, and I mean, he's kind of one of their best players on offense, and like obviously it's showing. But I mean, the guy is playing running back and receiver on the NFL level. So I think that deserves recognition. Like I said, he had 3 touchdowns and it was pretty impressive. They didn't get the W, but that game was back and forth. It was a shootout. Um, so Cordell Patterson claps, 3 touchdowns. balling.
You know who fucking Ant has him on fantasy? It pisses me off.
I picked him up for this week
But
for one team.
so my guys on the opposite side of that game, it'd be Scary Terry.
Nice.
I have on my fantasy squad. You know, 6 receptions, 123, 2 tutties, and he came out with the win.
Nice.
Yeah, he's been balling all year. He freaking has old Tyler Heineke tossing the ball. They say he had 13 targets. I mean, some of them were just get it there. He wasn't looking like fucking Baker, but I don't know. Terry, I think he might be top 5 this year.
Oh yeah, and
Going crazy.
that's a guy that's definitely under the radar for most people. I mean, if you're like a big fantasy guy, you know that you would want him on your team, but
Yeah,
he's on the football team, so he's probably not going to get a lot of like recognition. But
yeah,
definitely, yeah, I agree with you. He's they call him Scary Terry for a reason. Beast.
yeah. He was going crazy. But that's all I have for that one. I didn't really watch that shit this weekend.
Yeah, this Sunday was weird, bro. I watched the morning games. Then I had to do some school stuff, but I watched the morning games, and then obviously we watched Monday night. But it's just weird when your team don't play on Sunday. It's weird.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
is today really Sunday? But that's gonna bring me to my second breakout player of the week, rather. Dion, I'm sorry, but I'm going with Austin Eckler. The dude had 15 carries, over 100 yards, 117 to be exact. That is a total of 7.8 yards per carry. This guy was just getting yards at will, and he had two total touchdowns. One of them was a receiving touchdown right before the half to put him up 21-0, which is pretty key because, I mean, if it's 17-0, that's pretty big difference from 21. And then he had the nail in the coffin rushing touchdown in the fourth quarter to put it 28-14 and just crush our hearts. So and then I think he had like 30 something yards receiving or something like that. But over 100 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and he was a main catalyst in that Chargers victory. So Austin Eckler, I gotta tip my cap off to you, brother.
Yeah, I got him on my fantasy squad, so whatever. I had to play him, whatever. Fuck it. But my second dude, he didn't win. They took the L, but Jalen Hurts was balling
Hmm.
against the Chiefs. He had 387, 2 throwing touchdowns, 47 rushing yards, and I was watching that game. Like that's the one I was watching, and they led early, but I mean it got taken over. But the dude was balling. He had a horrible week against the Cowboys the previous week.
Okay.
They just got like shut down, dude throwing picks. But yeah, it's like it would bounce back. Everyone's talking down on the man. Oh, he's just a runner, all this stuff. Not
Yeah.
to the Lamar's level, but I don't know. I was just happy to see him balling. So that's my dude.
There you
At the
go.
top of Jersey.
And yeah, they put a 30 piece on KC, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was 42-30, and yeah, I remember seeing a couple of early highlights in that game, and they were up for a little bit, but yeah, it was a
yeah.
shootout. So yeah, good award, Jalen Hurts.
Get like a little music going.
Now I was just making sure we're still recording, low key. I don't know. I kind of was like, are we recording? Yeah, we on. So I went first on breakout players. I'm gonna let you go first on this next segment. It's gonna be the Who Shit the Bed Award.
Mm.
We didn't talk
All right.
about it this time, but I'm pretty sure it's different. So go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. The I don't. I just want to throw this guy in here because I had this team winning their division, doing big things, and everyone's kind of blaming him. I would blame him as well. So I'm gonna put Big Ben up here. He had 1 touchdown, 230 yards, not bad. He also had an interception and a fumble. Um, yeah, they have a squad. They have a squad of receivers. They got a good defense, and he just looks like he's their Achilles heel. Like he just looks like shit. And I think they should start seeing. I think we talked. Did we talk about it that
Yeah,
time?
Haskins.
Yeah. They just need to see what they have in Haskins, Rudolph. I don't care. Call up Cam, do something because the dude just looks. I don't know. I'm just tired of looking at it.
Ben Roethlisberger, who shit the bed award from Dion. Um, yeah, dude, we talked about the Steelers. I think when we played against them. But yeah, I agree with you, man. And they drafted Harris, who is a really good running back. I mean,
Yeah.
he's showing promise. So yeah, I agree with you. It brings sadness into my heart for this Who Shit the Bed award, and it's gonna be a curveball, literally. Garrett Cole shit the bed last night in a must-win AL wildcard game. Let me inform you,
Yeah.
if you don't know. If you don't know now, you know Garrett Cole gets paid $36 million to be not only the best pitcher on the New York Yankees, but supposed to be one of the best pitchers in the major leagues. Last night, the dude could not get out of the third inning, exited with 3 earned runs and 2 walks. His four-seam fastball was all over the place. He was throwing high, he was throwing in, couldn't locate his slider. Dude wasn't throwing strikes. He was very hesitant to throw strikes, particularly to the heart of the order, Devers, Bogarts. Um, and yeah, I mean, he killed his bat. We're down 3-0 early in the game in a winner go home, do or die situation. Ended up losing this game 6-2. And he said it after the game he was sick to his stomach, and I was just sick the entire game, as I'm sure he was. But 36 mil, fam, and he shit the bed. Yankee season is over. My life is over.
Yeah.
Just, just,
They were giving him that outside corner though.
just kidding. I know. Yeah, I mean, they gave him some pitches, but he was just. And then that's the thing too. I mean, when he was finding the strike zone, he was throwing right down the dick. I mean, I'll tell you like how I tell everyone else. Motherfuckers in the major leagues for one primary reason, they can hit a fastball. So if you're throwing a fastball down the dick, it's gonna get hit. Um, so yeah, I kind of got in a sad mood right now. So that's gonna end my award, Garrett Cole. Thanks for shitting the bed, bud. Um, surprise! Oh, you got a question? All right, what's good?
Yeah.
Uh,
uh, it's about Boston. When you know how the fans put up the K's every time they get a strike or a
strike out.
strikeout,
Mm.
do they put it? Do they have 2 and wait till 4, or are they putting 3 up there?
3 till 4. What do you mean?
Like they have 2 Ks.
Oh, there's two
You know,
different. Well,
like
the backwards K is when they're struck out looking. If that's what your question is.
I just want to know if there's 3 Ks up there at one time from the fan side.
Oh,
But they put out the sign over the fucking fence.
I'd assume yes. I'm sorry, but yes, I think so.
I assume they're in Boston, you know. But I just
It's Dion, you funny,
I don't
bro.
know. Yeah, but surprise.
Go for it.
All right. My surprise of week 4, the teams we were shitting on last week, both the New York teams. The Jets won that overtime. I don't know if it was a thriller, but they won the overtime game. Beat the Titans, who were quite handicapped. Didn't have Julio, AJ Brown, but win's a win.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at the stats, but the other New York team they also win overtime, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
27-21.
Yeah, Jubal Peppers with that coin toss win. But Dan Jones got Player of the Week. Yeah, I think he threw for like
400.
touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so shout out New York, except for the Yankees, everyone won. But give it over to Alex. Please,
Dion, that was a low blow. Anyways, my surprise is gonna be the Arizona Cardinals, to somewhat a degree, because we talked about them a little bit. I had them picking a wild card. They are the only remaining undefeated team in the NFL going into Week 5. They just rolled over the Los Angeles Rams at home at a score of 37-20. And I'm not surprised that they won. I did pick the Rams. However, I'm surprised in the fashion and how they played up against this Rams team on the road. Like I said, they won 37-20. Kyle Murray had 2 passing touchdowns, and this offense had 0 turnovers. They ran 216 yards on the ground against
Damn.
this Rams defense, which is notorious for stopping the run. 216 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns as well. And on the flip side, Arizona's defense forced 2 turnovers, and this victory, they did not trail. I think after the second quarter, and another key thing was that the Rams had 13 points going into the fourth quarter. So the Arizona Cardinals, they just came out firing on all cylinders. I mean, to take the ball away twice is impressive, but to not turn the ball over at all against this Rams defense and score, not at well, I mean they kind of scored at will bait, but no, they to have over 200 rushing yards on the Rams, like that's just
Yeah.
when I was going over my notes or writing down notes, I was like, damn, all right, and like I said, Arizona Cardinals, the last remaining undefeated team. So that was my surprise.
Yeah. We have to readjust those picks. I know I ain't picked them. I remember you was high on them. But I think I put them in the bottom with the Niners or some shit.
I
Or the
mean,
Hawks.
it happens. I have that that information down somewhere. I mean, I could say the same thing. I picked Pittsburgh to win a wild card, I think, and but maybe who knows? Like you said, maybe they change the quarterback and start balling or out, or I don't know. They figure it out. But I seriously doubt that Big Ben will continue to start if he keeps going out there putting the numbers he's putting out.
Yeah.
Um, so that's gonna bring us to our last segment. It's gonna be Pick'em. Dion and I, we're picking the weekly games, who's gonna win, and I had a mediocre week. I was 8-8, which brings my record to 31-17 on the year. So I've just been taking L's last week, man. Fucking life. Anyways, Dion went 13-3 once again. This dude is on fire. He is
Yeah.
38-11 on the year. Um, good shit, man. I'm gonna pull up the games on my phone. We already picked them, but I'm just gonna pull them up so I can read the actual matchups. So
I think
Thursday, what happened?
I think that Dukeen is watching because he sent me a parlay he made. They're my picks.
Oh, and he hit or what?
Yeah. Well, he did pick the cards himself to win. I think like three. So,
Nice.
but yeah, whatever.
Hey,
He's watching. I know he is. He said he's not.
nah, you watch it. All right, man. So, like I said, I'm 31-17 on the year. Was 8-8 last week, week 4. You went 13-3, week 4, which brings your total to 38-11. Week 5, Thursday night, got the Rams going into Seattle, and
Yeah.
I'm going with the Rams. Bounce back.
Yeah. I'll go the Rams too.
All right, Sunday night or Sunday morning rather. My bad. The Jets at the Falcons. This game's at 6:30. I'm assuming it's in London. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a London game.
I'm going with the Falcons.
I'm gonna hit the Jets.
Interesting. All right, Green Bay at Cincy.
Um, Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay as well. Detroit Lions go into Minnesota to face the Vikings. I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Yep, Minnesota.
Broncos at Steelers. Going Pittsburgh at home.
Uh, yeah, I'll go Pittsburgh. I think this Big Ben's
Bounce
like time.
back.
If he don't do something, I think it's done so.
Dolphins at Buccaneers.
But
I'm going Bucks too. Saints at the football team.
um, I'm going football team.
I'm going Washington as well. Philadelphia Eagles at the Carolina Panthers. Give me the Panthers.
Give me. You said the Eagles, right?
So the Panthers. Are they playing the Eagles? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're playing. Yeah, Eagles. Give me Eagles.
All right. Tennessee at Jacksonville. I'm going Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Pats at Texans.
Pats.
Pats as well.
We were talking about it earlier. I forgot they kind of held their own against the Bucks. Their defense was kind of nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bears at Raiders. I'm going
Yeah,
Raiders. Browns at
Please.
Chargers.
I'm going Browns.
I'm going Cleveland Rocks as well. Giants at the Cowboys. I'm going to go Dallas.
Yeah, Cowgirls.
Niners at Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Cards. All right. Sunday night football. Bills Mafia against Chiefs Kingdom. Who you got?
The Chiefs.
I'm going Bills.
Right.
I'm going Bills Mafia.
Yeah. That's all right.
And
I saw
then
something crazy. Like they outscored their opponents like 500 to 100 in like their last like 6, 7 games or something. It goes back to back last season.
damn. Yeah, the last three was like 100 and something to like 10 or 20 or something like that.
It's ridiculous.
The Colts at Ravens Monday night.
Yeah, fucking Lamar, baby.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore as well.
Big trust. Woo woo.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, that's going to conclude episode 5 of DNA. L.